A killer whale stops the boat from moving. Then suddenly lets out cries. And keeps tilting his head to signal. He wants the man on the boat to follow him. The man on the boat immediately realizes that the killer whale is in danger. That's why the killer whale asks the crew for help. So the man calls the marine animal rescue team. The rescue team receives the news and instantly drives a speedboat to. After seeing their boat coming, the killer whale calves swim past it one by one, and perform somersaults in front of the speedboat, signaling the rescue team to quickly catch up with them. The veteran members of the rescue team understand their intentions. They quickly step on the gas and accelerate. Not long after, the lifeboat reaches a cave in the sea. After coming out of the cave, the killer whale calves suddenly stop. The rescue team looks into the distance, and sees something floating in the sea, and is surrounded by some killer whales there. Approaching the floating object, the rescue team discovers that the tail of the mother killer whale is entangled in the string of a floating ball. 2 killer whale calves nestle under their mother's belly. The killer whale calf that risked his life to stop the boat just now wants to beg humans to save his mother killer whale. He is really smart. If you've seen this already, leave a wish for peace. Hope that the mother killer whale will be successfully rescued. The rescue team adjusts the position of the speedboat. Together they hold onto the tail of the mother killer whale. A man with scissors cuts the rope that bound her tail. The mother killer whale is set free, so she slowly swims forward. Unexpectedly, the whole whale family begins to line up neatly, jumping out of the water. They are like an honor team, performing synchronized movements to show the highest courtesy, to thank the rescuers for their help. Seeing this heartwarming performance, the rescuers suddenly feel that their hard work is worth it. When they turns the boat around, the killer whale are always escorting by their side. When the rescue team is about to dock, the mother killer whale swims past them again, and holds a newly caught stingray to give them as a gift. If you take a closer look, you will see a lot of Thymalis stellatus fall off the sea turtle's body. When people use a knife to cut down a line, this is an old sea turtle surrounded by so many Thymalis stellatus. Ever since the whale came and asked people to take those Thymalis stellatus off his body, this news has quickly spread to the whole ocean. The sea turtle also crossed the Atlantic, and finally, he found people's fishing boat. He stops by the boat, and keep raising his head. It seems that he wants to ask people for help. Luckily, the fisherman quickly pulls the turtle onto the boat, then skillfully takes out the knife, and shaves the Thymalis stellatus off the sea turtle. The old sea turtle's son comes. The fisherman is now taking Thymalis stellatus off the sun turtle's head. We can feel how painful the sun turtle has felt when having Thymalis stellatus glued to his body. Luckily, the group of Thymalis stellatus is shaven off. The fisherman then helps the turtle treat his wound, to prevent him from getting infected. Everything is probably fine now. But when he picks the turtle up, a scene that makes people get goosebumps appear. Once people see it, the only thing they want to do is take the knife and shave them off. The fisherman holds the sun turtle, then helps him get those Thymalis stellatus away. Then he uses another tool, and slowly cuts off the stubborn Thymalis stellatus. All the Thymalis stellatus have been cut off. After receiving some help from the fisherman, the sun turtle swims happily. Eventually, with the help of a fisherman, the sun turtle has finally returned to the ocean. Let's take a closer look. The divers find a whale shark nearly 20 meters long on the seabed. Under normal circumstances, divers will not actively approach this giant animal. But look, now he's entangled in a huge cable. His fins are stuck by the cable, which makes him feel in pain. The divers decide that they have to help him. They get closer to see if the whale shark is injured. His fin is rubbed by the cable, creating a deep incision. The cable is estimated to weigh hundreds of kilograms, and is approximately 20 meters long. Whale sharks are generally quite docile. If an animal is docile and good-natured, it will often be hunted. In recent years, rampant hunting has led to a sharp decline in animal population. There are a lot of articles about this topic in online newspaper. The divers try to find solutions under the water, but there is no better tool. It is not easy to cut this cable with a knife. They also need to be careful when they rescue a whale shark. Because his wounds are man-made, they can't make sure if he will bite his saviors. A patch of skin on the whale shark's back has been worn away by the rough cable. Though the cable is nothing compared to this huge body, who knows how much pain the whale shark has suffered. The divers can't stop for a second, they quickly cut the cable. They might not be able to catch up with the whale shark once he wags his tail. Finally, the last part of the cable is cut. The whale shark doesn't resist as much as they imagined. Instead, he just lies motionless in the water. He seems to be worried that he will scare the divers, and waits until his saviors leave for a long distance. Then he wags his tail and swims deep into the ocean. Please hit the like button if you like the animal rescue team. Let me tell you a touching story that takes place in the North Pole. This group of people are not my acquaintances. They are from Russia's Federal Rescue Team. On the ice that is over 30 centimeters thick, they are saving a killer whale. The freezing cold and the raging hunger, plus the endlessly swaying icebergs, make this whale gradually exhausted. At the moment, the rescue team stands on the ice, yet the iceberg is still stable. Thus, it can be seen that this iceberg is quite thick. The weather is freezing cold. When the lifeguards push the ice away, and try to open a way for the whale, a sad thing happens. "You hurt me. I only need my dad." The whale cries out in pain. Sounds like he is calling his father. In this cold and hungry situation, perhaps the whale is missing his warm home. In his beloved home, he doesn't feel cold or like he is starving. He has his parents who love him so much. After more than half an hour of ineffective rescue, this sharp iceberg might stab the whale's skin. One lifeguard puts down their tools, and decisively jumps into the piercing cold water. Then another lifeguard follows. Perhaps they won't be rewarded with material things, but they choose to believe in their kind hearts. Now, they use their bodies to give a ray of hope to the whale. Please hit the like button to pay compliments on these lifeguards and the spirit of self-sacrifice to save an animal. Two people try to hug a whale in the water. They intend to push him away, but the whale is tired now. He can't move. That's why the rescue work gets more challenging this time, and has been fraught with difficulties. They fail despite putting a lot of effort into pushing the whale away. The staff have no choice but to change their plans. They tie ropes at the whale's tail to pull him out, but when they start to pull the whale, the rope tightens, making him cry out. It hurts to the point the whale has to call his mom. But now, there is no better way. He needs to bear the pain, be saved. In the long run, the trapped whale finally reunites with his parents, his grandparents, his siblings and other relatives. The whale is finally saved. He keeps swimming in the piercing cold seawater, trying to extend his gratitude. All beings have souls. We all have a responsibility to protect animals. If you enjoy watching sea rescue, don't forget to follow me. See you in the next video. Look at a falcon lying on the water without moving. Is he thinking about life? If you take a closer look, you will realize that it's not that he doesn't want to move, but he seems to have got into trouble. Can't move. Luckily, a nice man passes by and discovers him. He uses a branch to pull the falcon ashore. Now we can see that the falcon is wrapped around tightly by a torn net. The man wants to save him. He gently grabs the falcon's two wings and drops him on the grass, preparing to release him from the fishnet. Do as he thinks, the man quickly removes the fishnet on the falcon's head. It's just that the ignorant falcon is aggressive and a little uncoordinated. Sometimes, he opens his mouth and screams. The falcon even wants to peck the man. The man is careful little by little, but he doesn't stop his work. He starts opening the fishnet for the falcon. The falcon evades at the same time, constantly resists. This makes the rescue work much more difficult. The man has no choice but to try all the ways he can think of, carefully opening the fishnet on his wings. Yet the man almost gets bitten. But a person's strength is usually limited. The moment, his friend comes over and joins hands with the man to finish the rescue work. The two take turns controlling the falcon's wings. That way they can open the net with ease. During the process, our uncoordinated falcon opens his mouth to peck at them. While watching this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, now back to the story. Both the man and his friend are careful. They do the rescue work skillfully and fast. Soon the fishnet stuck on the falcon is removed. In the end, there are only the legs left to treat. The man brings a pair of scissors, while his friend controls the falcon's wings. He uses the scissors to cut the last part of the fishnet. The heavy fishnet under the falcon's feet is cut off. Perhaps he has already felt their kindness. The falcon finally lets his guard down, and stops fighting with the man next to him. They then gently place the falcon on the ground. The falcon doesn't seem to know that he is free, standing on the spot with wings on the ground. Until he gets used to it, he finally opens his wings. His 2 feet also jump forward and backward. The man looks at the weak falcon and wants to step up to help him. Out of the blue, when the falcon spots him approaching, he quickly jumps up, flaps his wings, and starts to run away. Still, the man chases after him, and brings the falcon to the riverbank. wants him to start flying here. But the falcon has been tied up for so long. He just stands in place without moving. The man decides to help him one more time. So takes the falcon and throws him down from above. The man's help indeed releases the falcon. He immediately flies to the nearby forest. We believe that the falcon will soon fly in the blue